I can start very brief about myself. I'm Ahmet. I'm a research scientist in Cohere for AI, and I was co-lead in our benchmarking and evaluation team. And a more personal side, I am from Turkey. I live in Netherlands. I speak English at my home. So I think it's enough of a motivation to be a part of AI. Next slide, please. So our team, main job of our team was training and benchmarking the AI model. What is AI model? AI model is a massively multilingual language model that can follow instruction in 101 languages. This is a result of very high volume and very rich fine-tuning data sets and very extensive evaluation and benchmarking. Next slide, please. From the beginning, we aim to increase linguistic diversity. To be able to do that, we looked at the language coverage in the fine-tuning data and in the model itself. Also, we looked at the benchmarking and we tried to expand the language coverage also in the benchmarking. While doing those, we aim to high performance in all languages and all different categories of task. Next slide, please. Here, our starting point was multilingual T5, which is a language model that is pre-trained on 101 languages, but it is a not instruct model. So to be able to build an instruction following multilingual model, we carefully picked multiple data sources and even further filtered them to have a high quality and diverse set of instructions. And after that, we also balanced these different data sources to have a high performance on different task categories in many languages. Next slide, please. As I said, this one of the key components of AI model is the high volume and rich instruction mixture. Here, we build our instruction mixture on top of the AI dataset, of course. We use human-created AI datasets. We use template and dataset subset, translated subset of the AI collection, but we didn't stop there. We also use XB3X and subset of data provenance collection to increase the diversity. But we also synthetically generate dataset by using Cohere's comment model and translated them into more than 90 languages. At the end, we have 101 languages, more than 200 million examples. This is really a huge volume for lots of languages. This is really a huge achievement. Next slide, please. The second key component is the benchmarking, because this is like our light to see whether we are doing good or not when we are training the model. To have a really comprehensive and extensive benchmarking, we looked at the languages, we looked at the task categories. Here we built very extensive setup that includes 99 languages from 13 tasks, including 6 different task categories. This includes unseen zero-shot tasks, 5-shot multilingual MMLU, in-distribution generative tasks like translation, human and simulated preference evaluation. But we also had an amazing safety team that focus on safety, toxicity, and bias measures. And you will hear them in a minute. Next slide, please. In the benchmarkings, to compare our model with the state-of-the-art, we picked massively multilingual state-of-the-art instruct models. These are MT0, BloomZ, Bacterian-X, and Okapi models, but none of them covers actually 101 languages. So to have a head-to-head comparison, we also trained another model, is a baseline, by extending MD0 to 101 languages using XB3X. And we used this MT0X as a primary baseline. Next slide, please. But when we look at the benchmarks, AI outperforms MT0X in all tasks. This is really nice and very huge achievement. Next slide, please. But even more impressive is that when we look at the open-ended generations, AI model is preferred by professional annotators 77% of the times compared to MT0X. This is really a significant difference, and this actually shows how performant the AI model is in multiple languages. Next slide, please. I'm really glad that we started this project like 14 months ago, and I really enjoyed all the time. But here I need to highlight my amazing team members, Virat, Leke, Neil, Niklas, and my colleague Shane. It was really a huge joy working together and help building AI model together with a huge AI family. That's it from me.